Welcome back to GSL Code S. We are halfway through the games today, but that series was short. It was awesome, and I would highly recommend if you want to learn Terran versus Terran, or you have a friend who's trying to learn it, send them that.
It was pretty awesome.
It was pretty damn
There
epic.
was some complicated stuff in there. There was some basic stuff in there. It was just handsomeness all around.
I can just tell you right now, guys, with Artosis and me both being, having so much experience in pro gaming as players, those games were sick. They were so impressive. So I know that not all of our viewers watch every single GSL Code S game, but definitely
they need to
check
get on
out.
that.
They're messing up, first of all. Yeah. They're being irresponsible. They're like, oh, but I got to go to the gym and I'm trying to, walk the dog. And I'm like, no. The dog can just sit there with a painful bladder as you get fat and watch the GSL. That's the right thing to do.
All right. Well, here's our next match with that map pool. Metropolis, Bellshire Beach, Cloud Kingdom.
Wow, there's almost no data here for GuMiho versus Protoss win rate.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who do you think, Tasteless? GuMiho or Puzzle?
Well, I'm really on the fence, but for right now I have a gut feeling it's going to be GuMiho. But I'm a Protoss. I want Puzzle. I want Puzzle.
I feel like Puzzle is going to take it.
Think so?
Might be close, though. Might be I don't think there's going to be a 3-0 here.
No, I highly doubt.
I'm thinking maybe a 3-2. Puzzle 3-2.
I think 5 games.
With like two of the games being terribly one-sided, like someone just like, oh, it's a 6-gate, and then like the game ends.
Yeah. Now this is Metropolis, not to be fooled or not to be confused with Metalopolis. That's right, for clarification. And the towel is out.
The towel.
That's a red towel. Could that be soaked in nerd blood? I think so, Artosis. Now he actually GuMiho his palms sweat.
Yes, he has sweaty palm syndrome.
Sweaty palm syndrome. I believe that's the medical term for it.
It is actually it's a real thing, but that's not what it's called.
No, I know.
Some people's hands.
Thanks for making that clear for our audience, Artosis. I'm sure
it's not actually
you cleared that up with a lot of confused nerds.
Someone's like, oh, actually, no, it is called sweaty palm syndrome. I'm like, oh.
So he actually plays with a towel, oftentimes over or under his hand, with the towel on top of the mouse. That's what we call him, the Towel Terran GuMiho, and he'll be facing off against one of the best Protosses in the world, Slayer's Puzzle. This is so badass. Look at this.
What a beautiful city.
It actually really shows you how much you can actually make on a map.
I know, right?
Wow, like Blizzard really did a good job with that. Indeed. Really impressive. Now, on to this game. Thank you to our sponsors, Hot 6. In the top center starting location, a player who throws so many different things at his opponent at once, he can barely keep up with it, nor can our observer barely keep up with it. He is FXO GuMiho. Yeah, I would hate to be the Golem Observer and have to try to keep up with GuMiho, who is actually, he just does so much stuff. Now, as you can see, 7 wins and 3 losses, so
not bad at all.
And all of our players are going to have pretty good records once you're this deep in the tournament because
well, they had to win a lot.
They had to win, or they wouldn't be here. All right, so in the opposite corner of the map, a player who's not that consistent but definitely very good. He is Slayer's Puzzle.
There he is.
He matches the Hot 6.
7-3 also.
Yep.
Seems to be a popular way to do it. 7-3.
Yeah.
It's above average, but
I'm
not
more of a
outstanding.
9-1 kind of guy, you know.
I'm a 10-0 kind of guy, let's just be honest.
Let's just get right to it.
I'm perfect.
So the probe now gets in there.
Actually, that'd be a great name for someone on Team IM.
What?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that actually would be.
Unless he was
There's
bad.
a StarCraft 1 pro gamer that I casted back for Gold in StarCraft 1.
Don't even.
Perfect Man?
Yeah, I hate
Is
the
that
Perfect
ID?
Man.
I was like, his name is Perfect Man.
That's what Flash should change his ID to.
Yeah. That's what you should change your ID to, Artosis.
Oh, thanks.
Tasteless and Perfect Man. Our Archon name would be Perfect Tasteless.
Ooh, that's good. Forget this whole Tastosis gibberish.
I know.
All right, so Puzzle is actually going for a Nexus first build here, whereas GuMiho looks like he just wants to go for a 1 barracks expansion. You know, it's a very high econ build. Yeah, Command Center first, a little bit higher econ, but getting the Mule out a little bit quicker isn't really bad. This is, I mean, it's not like Puzzle suddenly has this big lead.
Yeah.
You know, if, for instance, GuMiho had gone 1 Rax Marauder expand, then I would say, ooh, Puzzle gets a nice big lead from this. You know? Because that's more of a mid-range expansion build. It's not a super quick one like GuMiho has done here. Now, GuMiho,
as you can see, sorry.
I'm sorry, oh, look at that, a bunker. Yep. But I wanted to point out that GuMiho actually is getting double gas behind this. And GuMiho is someone who will see something like this and go like Cloak Banshee right away. He definitely is someone who does stuff like that.
And I believe the SCV was killed. So nice micro here by GuMiho. He likes to do that Marine micro aggression early on a lot. And GuMiho been canceling that at the last possible second. Yeah, he does this in Terran vs. Terran as well.
Yeah, he does love to run up that tech tree. He says, nah, no one attacks me. GuMiho.
Well, Puzzle handled that rush just fine. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. Now going for the Destructible Rocks. The factory on the way for the time being. This, again, should be one of our longer games in the TVP section. And this actually might even be a game where the map is cut in half. There are islands on this map, but they don't seem to be used very often.
They're hard to get.
Yeah.
They're actually really hard to get. And in fact, for instance, if Terran gets to an island here and throws up some missile turrets, and you know that's going to be almost impossible for Krolos to break because Terran has medevacs always. He has Vikings always, and then a few missile turrets on that island. But the thing is, it takes a ton of APM and you know, a lot of attention to take the islands because you have to clean up the creep there. You have to throw down a scan or bring a detector there, drop a unit there, let the creep go away. It is actually really hard to take those islands, and that's why I love the way these islands are actually set up on this map.
Now he's got to be careful. You know, it's a game of micro. Theoretically, if both players hit the micro perfectly, then the Stalker wins. But nobody can really micro absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
There's too many faking moves they're going to do. Now it looks like he's going to plop the starport over here by the Tech Lab. Are we going to see a Banshee rush?
Yeah, I think Cloaked Banshee, man. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, Cloaked Banshee it is. Not surprised from GuMiho.
Last time they played, GuMiho did win. So that's important to keep in mind. And that is a sick Artosis pylon. You realize he could actually, well, probably go for probes for sentries first, but just theoretically, if they wanted to, he could unpower like every single gateway. And do we have a Robo even on the way or anywhere on this map?
No.
Okay.
He's actually going straight up to 7 gate. So, you know, what's going to happen here is he's going to have a ton of units. GuMiho's going to have Cloak Banshee. It's how quickly will he attack with these units? Because he is expanding, so he's going to put on pressure. I think the attack he's going to do, this is very much like parting plays. When he does a Nexus first build, takes that quick third and then pressures with about 7 or 8 gates. And that kind of buys him time and kills off a little bit of what his opponent has, but it's not necessarily to kill with.
Oh my god.
But this time it might just kill because GuMiho has been a bit greedy here. But he has Siege mode on the way as well.
All GuMiho has to do is survive this, and GuMiho wins. Because GuMiho's going to get in there and kill every single probe that Puzzle has. But Puzzle, theoretically, can actually just go in, tear down the entrance, kill everything.
Yeah. Now, GuMiho, actually, with 2 siege tanks, is going to be feeling just great. The siege tanks, there's nothing spotting high ground stuff for Puzzle.
Okay, and then so it begins.
And now Puzzle knows that he has to all in here. He has no detection whatsoever, and those 2 siege tanks on the high ground are going to be worth everything. He has to bring every SCV up to that wall, and that's exactly what he's doing. All he has to do is buy time, let his siege tanks do this. I would probably just lift my command center right up into that high ground at this point.
Looks like he's going to hold it. The Cloak Banshee's still dealing damage. So many probes are dying. How many kills on that Banshee, Artosis?
Oh, it's got 14 already, Tasteless, and it looks like all these units are going to be killed off by the siege tanks of GuMiho.
And that's basically the end of this game, guys. GuMiho read the way that Puzzle was going to play. He's probably watched as of late all these Protosses starting to get greedy and take too many bases.
Yeah.
Said, well, a Cloak Banshee.
Well, this is
and I
actually
win.
this is one of the strongest strategies Protoss has ever come up with. Parting showcased it in the last round on his way to victory, and it's unbelievably strong to do this because unless they go Cloaked Banshee, you're fine. And if they go Cloaked Banshee without Siege Tanks on high ground, you're probably okay still. You know, you're still at least going to trade somewhat. But as is, with those Siege Tanks on the high ground, it was just perfectly done by GuMiho.
Okay, he's going to be back, taking out even more probes. The Observer is out, and this Banshee will get away, just barely.
That does look like it. 5 kills on it. The other 18-killed Banshee going home. 22 workers have been killed by GuMiho, only 4 by his opponent.
I'm surprised Puzzle didn't just GG, because if I were him, I'd be like, oh, God, I don't want to play this game that I'm so behind in.
Yeah, I get you. But, you know, he's saying, well, it's the round of 8. I want to make the round of 4. I do have 3 Nexus, so even though he's lost a lot...
He can chrono boost out a lot of probes. That's very true.
It's still, of course, GuMiho has a much better economy. He has his 3rd command center finished up and everything. So he has 3 orbitals. He has 64 SCVs, but already 57 probes again for Puzzle. So, you know, if he gets 1 or 2 good engagements going his way, then he's going to be feeling pretty all right.
He also lost a lot of sentries.
Yeah, that's true.
In the attack, so he's got to remake that. Won't be that hard because there are so many gateways, obviously, but GuMiho doing a great job with these Banshees, just really utilizing every single thing.
Yeah, definitely. GuMiho also taking his 3rd base with good timing. He's got his upgrades going. Everything looking really good for him. I love that he just made some Siege Tanks. He's like, all right, I'm going to go Cloak Banshee, but it's dangerous unless I have some Siege Tanks.
Yeah.
He made some Siege Tanks. He's done making Siege Tanks. He's good with those. And those will be somewhat useful, you know, especially for defense, but even during a push, you know, if you have 4 or 5 Siege Tanks in Siege mode, you'd be really surprised, you know, what that can actually do against the Protoss army when it's coming up. If they have all their sentries together, you can just kill off so many sentries. You can even kill off a bunch of stalkers. Siege Tanks are good.
He's going to wipe out this pylon with these. Oh! Oh, no, he did not get the Banshee. Huh. Okay, so this game goes on. Terran even on bases with the Protoss. A Warp Prism coming here. And you know, the better Protoss you are, the more likely you are to get a Warp Prism in late game.
That's quite true. Warp Prisms are pretty cool. Well, we do have only 1 Forge right now. And he is chrono boosting out that plus armor.
Dude, this is so good. Just get that Raven and get rid of the Observers. Every time a Protoss loses an Observer, I mean, you just can't not have Observers, especially when Banshees are out. But it also is going to slow down the Colossus coming out, stuff like that. It really allows you to control the game. You know, really impressing me here.
And don't forget that Raven, of course, can help you clear up those island creep tumors. Yeah. And again, if you take that as Terran, it's going to be very hard for Protoss to break it.
He's chasing down these Stalkers and doing a good job of it as well. The question is, will Terran keep pushing? He's going to go for a drop. And I guess you could say the same over here for Puzzle. He's going to bring this Warp Prism in now.
Warping in a ton of Zealots. He does have charge. And GuMiho right now going with his drop as well, right into the main base of Puzzle.
So here comes the drop now. Inside the Protoss' base is a drop that is just now starting.
Oh, he just picked up part of it. Huh. Oh, he's going to let it back out.
Also, GuMiho's pushing in the front, too. He needs to pick up, though. There's no way he can do this. He's not paying attention.
But at the same time, his unit's running around. Oh, my God! Psystorm was done there. That was such a brave move by GuMiho, knowing that his opponent was really looking somewhere else. And the point defense drones are up. Those Siege Tanks just going to town. The Psystorm's going off because that's all that can hit them. But they're not enough to actually kill the Siege Tanks.
Wow. GuMiho! He's just doing so much damage here.
I have so much to say about what we just saw.
That was so well done.
I'll wait till the end, which might be close.
All right, he's gonna book it out of there.
Okay, forget it. I got to start talking about it now.
Go, shoot.
He put that drop there. He saw Puzzle microing against it and decided, I'm going to snipe these High Templars, because that was the issue. He sniped the High Templars. Then he threw down the point defense drones and sieged up the tanks so everything coming down the ramp would get hit. The Stalkers could not clean them up. And then Puzzle, unfortunately for Puzzle, he side-stormed those siege tanks. If you're not going to kill him, what, you just want him damaged in the back? No, that's not going to help. Would have been better actually to, really quickly feedback those point defense drones and take out the siege tanks. But
nice,
beautifully done by GuMiho.
All right, the side storms could be a big deal though.
Oh, beautiful side storms going off.
And he gets this Archon. He's kiting him now. Well, reinforcements are coming up here. They're catching up. The Archon in the back, not really doing the damage it can do because the Zealots and the Predator in the way.
And GuMiho with his kiting micro very nicely holds off those Protoss hordes.
Oh, I don't even know the story with that Banshee, but
not so sure. Well, 37 probes have been killed so far this game. That's pretty crazy.
A lot of dead probes.
Yeah.
Looks like our Terran player now taking his 5th base.
By the way, GuMiho has +2 Viking attack on the way and 3/3 for his bio, whereas Puzzle only has 1/1 with +2 attack on the way. That is an insane advantage for GuMiho, who, by the way, is just kind of taking the map.
And he's dropping right now. And guys, remember, all those gateways are only powered by one pylon. It is possible that he could hit that. Oh my God.
He might just go for the command center, though. Look at that place that he went into. Those Zealots cannot get a good spread.
Oh, and he's going for the Nexus over here, too. And GuMiho's doing what GuMiho does best, is being everywhere at once and really utilizing the positioning here of the gateways. He's kind of using them for cover against the Zealot Archon army.
Well, it looks like
the Nexus died.
Wow. Puzzle did end up holding off his main base, though. And yeah, GuMiho is just too far ahead, man. 185 to 100. Slayer's not having a great day to start.
Well, Puzzle's not out of this yet. He might be in this game, but not in this series here. And you can just see, these upgrades are just paying off.
Oh, certainly, yes. This is, I'm not sure how Puzzle would even want to try to come back from this.
No, I don't think he can. I think it's physically impossible.
Well, GuMiho's on 5 base against, whatever probes are left amongst the 3 bases of Puzzle. The probes, 70 probes have been killed this game. 70. That's like
as much as some jerks make drones in a game.
That's like as much as an old guy is in years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's really a lot. That's a big number.
As much as an old guy is in years.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's just going to go with the Nexus. He doesn't need to actually win the battles anymore. He just starts killing up the Nexuses.
Oh, and he didn't get it. Everywhere. And he's going to go back for it. He's like, all right, I don't care. I have all these units. And so at this point, Puzzle is like, oh my God, what do I possibly even do? He's continuing macro pretty well, but the upgrades are going to become even more in the favor of GuMiho very shortly. Your 3 is about to finish. He has 1 Viking and almost +3 attack for that Viking is, it's like the $1 million Viking.
Yeah.
They spent a lot to train that Viking tasteless.
It's made out of gold. It can't even fly. It's just too heavy. Well, we're sort of just waiting for Puzzle to leave the game, guys. There's just almost no way. GuMiho doesn't have to win these battles. He's just keeping the Protoss so small and so behind.
Yeah. GuMiho's macro is just
this is the point of no return. There it is. GG.
Wow. GuMiho just looking
that nerd
so
is
good.
Dangerous.
His build was pretty solid with those siege tanks, knowing that if a timing attack came, which could
GuMiho is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Which could hurt him, at that timing with that Cloaked Banshee, that he'd be fine because he had siege tanks on high ground. Just beautifully done. What great planning, great execution. GuMiho, one of the most undervalued Terrans in the world, no doubt about it.
Well, he's got some serious nerve issues. He's a very emotional player, which is fine. It's totally fine to be an emotional player. But he's just overcoming it. He's in a constant state of overcoming himself here at the GSL Codas. I think it's going to be pretty tough for Puzzle, but Puzzle can still do it. Puzzle looked pretty damn good after he lost all of his probes. He was still playing
he
pretty
lost
well.
A lot of probes, but he saw the 3 Nexus. He's like, all right, let me try to build this back up. But, there were some issues with that. GuMiho was everywhere, and Puzzle didn't really have the vision of that. He didn't know where things were coming in, and he kind of just got picked apart.
And if you notice in the late game, it was so GuMiho-esque. It was like there was just so much stuff going on the map.
Yeah.
You can see the Puzzle can't keep up.
You let him get to there, you better be able to multitask like a sick badass.
He's not even he's sloppy when he's doing it too because it's almost too much.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
much.
mean that as like
and
a
his micro,
slam on him.
His micro's like good in it, but it's sloppy micro because he's doing so much so quick.
Yeah.
I wonder how quick this guy actually is. I bet you he has some pretty intense APM. Well, the APM that they have in StarCraft right now is a little bit off. They're changing it back after the new patch to actual APM.
We can still take whatever number we get and then kind of.
It's probably like 100 like everyone else. I don't know.
And
well, actually, joking aside, I think they're going to turn that into CPM commands per minute. The measurement that they have in StarCraft
that's
right now.
actually what it should be.
Yeah, it's
Our map
it's like different commands per minute.
Well, because one thing that especially noobs do is they obsess about APM. Like yes, you have to have a certain degree of speed, or you just don't get to play StarCraft, guys. You just don't get to play.
Or you do, and you're in bronze.
Or you're in bronze, and you're like, my race is too hard, and I'm like, you have 15 APM. That's just too slow.
I once played someone in a tournament.
Yeah?
In a tournament who had 4 APM. And I like got to his base and he had like 2 gases and a depot and 6 SCVs, and I was like, what? I was like, how did you even find out how to sign up for this tournament?
Oh my god, that's pretty bad. I've seen in my earlier pro gaming days some stuff that's almost as bad. But
well, this was a long time ago.
Yeah, okay.
This was like
these indie tournaments, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what this map looks like.
Looks cold.
Yeah, it looks like what is this sword in Warcraft 3? The Frostmourne or whatever?
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah.